So this is the second time that I'm doing this video because the first time something happened with the microphone and I lost it all. So take two on this one. AJ Shaver here with Shaver Sales, and here behind me we have an AM716-1600 Red Edition. Our customer is from Indiana and everything that he owns is Mack Red, so hence the color scheme on this one. Let me get the camera turned around and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. All right, so I got the loader moved all around and properly stored back inside the body. It should be right around like a 10'8" kind of height to the top of that elbow there where the cylinder is. So it looks high, but it's actually not that bad. Again, this trailer is an AM716-1600, 7 feet wide, 16 feet long, 16,000 pounds. And unlike most trailers that we've had on the channel with the dump box on it, they're normally a 24-inch solid side. We have upgraded these to a 36-inch solid side and then did the 24 inches worth of expanded metal on top of that for a total of 5 feet. This trailer does also have the 17.5 Load Range J tires on it. They've been a very popular addition here to the upgrade list. One of the big Morbark or Vermeer chippers also have that same tire and rim package, so it just kind of keeps from having a lot of different spare wheels and tires around. Inside the dump body on this is also a set of clamshells. You first saw those on the channel when we were doing the big Bertha trailer in all black. Same kind of clamshells that just pin onto the existing pass-through grapple. It's not a spare tire for the trailer itself, just a junk tire we had over at the shop. I like putting the junk tires in here, whether it's in the front or in the back. Just that way it keeps the grapple, you know, from smacking into the solid steel and denting things up and scratching it real bad. At least before the customer gets it. What they do to it after that's up to them, but typically even on mine, you know, we'll do a spare tire just even set on the wood, and so the grapple isn't scuffing up the 2x6s too bad. The doors do have a little chain lock on them here for keeping them in the open position even while you're dumping. One kind of cool thing with the body on this one, the guys at the factory did this kind of nice custom cutout. So the grapple cylinder's got some room to get down in there. I'll fire this up and stretch everything out so you can really see, you know, how close that cylinder can get there. The bottom of the valley is the 4-foot mark. So when it ramps up or slopes up to the top there, that's your 5-foot height. And get this grapple picked up. I'll stretch it out and just show you how close that cylinder can actually come to that 4-foot mark there on that cutout part of the expanded metal. Catching on the light there a little bit. So it does come pretty close. All right, well, I've got the boom already stretched all the way out. Just want to show you and or remind you that the log loader on this will go 360 degrees. So it can also load the tow vehicle. So if you happen to have, you know, some kind of a 550 or a cabin chassis, something or other, you'd have the opportunity to load up the back bed on that. And there it is. I mean, normally you'd have a truck height, so the boom wouldn't be this close to your head, but you'd probably end up being somewhere, oh, at least around in there, give or take. So whenever I do a dump like this, I always try to keep the boom high and mostly centered. If you're on a little bit of a grade, keep the boom on the uphill side of the area. Once you get the dump body up, you can swing this back around and maybe bring it a little bit lower. But you do have to rotate it at least 90 degrees to get out of the way. The same holds true with the operator station coming off the opposite side. So it is, I think in the low 30s, so once the oil warms up, it'll probably go up and down a little bit quicker. Not moving too bad though. Alright, so this is the trailer in the full up and dump position. Pretty decent angle, right about 45 degrees, maybe a touch more. Got our gates in the locked open and stored position. Again, there's the clam shells on these. So it's just that pin right there with that R-clip comes out, and then the actual grapple itself kind of rides on the inside of that frame and goes down into the pockets right there and underneath there. There's a better view of that angle on the front. It's kind of cool. It does come with the 6 D-rings on the inside, so just like these clamshells if you wanted to strap something in there. 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 on the rear. Oh, if we opted to do a rear nest, that's where it would go in this pocket here. It would come up and over and then go back into the other pocket over here. So it's just kind of a new standard kind of thing. Again, just like the 17.5 tires, we've been doing a lot of the rear nest as an upgrade. So the customer didn't opt for it on this one, but I'm going to show you anyway. Normally when we do the ladder style ramps, they go back here, and it has that under frame storage. So this is what it looks like without the ramps. Nice easy clear view to the axles. These are a Dexter axle. They are an 8,000 pound. Brakes on both axles. This has some pretty good stopping power, because it kind of has to, I guess, when you have 16,000 pounds in the back of it. Up here in the usual spot is the Breakaway battery safety box there. LED trailer light junction box. Here's our big telescopic cylinder. All your fluid goes in through the bottom. Then that's your first stage, second stage, third stage, and the fourth stage stays inside the cylinder up there. Lots of lifting power, same kind of setup as you'll see on your bigger commercial dump trucks. Just while you can see around all this kind of stuff here, if you do want to put one of these log loaders on your own trailer, all you have to do is give me the measurements on the driver's side to passenger side, outside to outside on the frame, and then level ground to top of frame. And basically why we need that is we like to try and get this part of the outrigger right on top of the frame, so it goes all the way across to the passenger side, and then we can go from the ground to the top of the frame so we get the right distance on the outrigger. So that's where all of that kind of stuff comes into play. Or mounting it on a trailer of your own. It's just sometimes the trailer tongue itself is not long enough to get the log loader onto. This tongue is about 7 feet long from over here at the head of the trailer all the way to the pintle ring is 7 feet. So Just try to give yourself enough room. If you have an existing equipment trailer, you can pull up the boards right at the very front and mount it down just on the inside of the trailer frame itself. Goosenecks are pretty handy to mount to because there's lots of metal to mount things up to, but just as an option, you can mount just the loader itself on a truck or trailer of your own choosing. If you have a truck with a PTO on it, we just need about 6 to 9 gallons a minute, right around 2850 PSI. Otherwise, you'll need a power pack like this one. It kind of comes on its own little sled style frame, and you can mount that anywhere really, you know, up between the controls and the loader itself, up in here somewhere, further on the trailer tongue in a toolbox, you know, whatever you choose to do there on your end. But just worth noting that the log loaders themselves are adaptable onto other type of frame or chassis. And because I did just mention this goes 19 feet away from the center of the trailer out, since it is the AM-190, so I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Go ahead and bring our dump body down the rest of the way. Worth noting too, this is a full rotator with continuous 360 spin either direction. And as the pass-through grapple is 48 inches all the way open, down to about 3 inches all the way closed, so you can pretty much squeeze a baseball bat. So it is 19 feet from center of trailer to center of rotator, and then so if you get that finger on the outside for the grapple being all the way open, it's right about 20.5 feet that you can just kind of get a finger around a log and grab it and then just bring it straight in. So there's your 19 foot worth of reach. Well, that wraps up this video. Again, if you're watching this video, please allow us to be your salesman. We don't really get anything from AM Machinery or the other manufacturers that we happen to rep for. This is just something that we do for our own sales leads to generate some interest in the different products that we sell. So you can always contact us via email. It's sales@shaverequipment.com. You can also call us on the toll-free number. It's 833-SPLITTER. That's 833-775-4887. I would love to earn your business through a sales quote. So again, if you're watching this video, please reach out to us for a sales quote, and happy to supply that for you. We do ship all over the lower 48, and we're even working on a couple of estimates to get stuff up into Alaska. So if you're seeing this, we can definitely get a trailer delivered, you know, right to your door. So again, 833-SPLITTER or sales@shaverequipment.com. And I am AJ Shaver, and thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time.